Welcome to The New Next, a podcast that addresses current events and how they will impact the future. Co-hosted by the inquisitive public speaking champion, Mike McVeigh, and energy, economics, and technology expert, Matt Jensen. Join us as we explore all things energy, economic, tech, and political, and how they will affect our future.
So it's kind of interesting. We talked a lot about how Germany in particular, but Western Europe is really reliant on Russian natural gas. There was a Nord Stream 2 pipeline that was basically their permit to, even though it was fully built, their permit to operate it was scuttled, around the Ukraine war time by Germany. And that it was kind of, I was thinking about this the other day, like Trump really harped on how bad the whole Nord Stream situation would end up for Europe. And it's really, I mean, to give him credit and where's credit's due in this point, it's really turned out that way. Many times it seems like Putin is using the commodities tactically to try to break the West.
Right.
And the Nord Stream 1 pipeline, which Germany gets a substantial amount of their natural gas from, is basically going into maintenance for 10 days, starting, I think, July 27th or something like that. It's like a routine inspection of the pipeline. But if they found any, I would say, issues with it, it might be a situation like some people are talking about, analysts, where they could basically say, we need to redo a portion of this and we're shutting it down for an extended period of time. So granted, they would make less money, but as we've talked before, Russia's in a strong fiscal position now where they're able to cut their flows and still have a big surplus. So I just, it's one of those things that's kind of a current event that's coming up soon that could be really interesting how it plays on geopolitics.
Right.
Natural gas is such an important part in both industry and general heating of homes that I think because we don't fill it up in our tank, we don't necessarily give it the respect that it deserves. But it's, Germany doesn't have extra LNG import facilities to get natural gas in from a huge capacity to basically make this up. So it's just really, I mean, it's a tough situation. Like, it's easy being a Monday morning quarterback, but it's really not turned out in their favor. Prices are up. There's the potential huge impact on their industry. And then there's also the issue of whether or not they're going to have enough gas to heat homes in the winter. So it's wild. It's been wild to see how much power a smaller country, I'd say in the big scheme of things, has over an entire block of nations. And it just goes to show how, these elements are so fundamental in how we run our world in 2022.
If you would like to learn more about the New Next podcast, find us at thenewnextpodcast.com, where you can suggest a topic you would like for us to cover. If you enjoyed what you heard, share the podcast, tell a friend about it, or rate us with 5 stars.